Hello, everyone. It's Greg, and it's another edition of Unbreakable podcast. Friday, December the 8th, and we're playing John Lennon because we are remembering John today because it was 43 years ago tonight that John Lennon was killed. So, I'm still in this together. John Lennon wasn't perfect. None of us are perfect, right? Was no saint. We should make him into a saint, but he wasn't a sinner. He wanted people to live in peace, love each other, right? I mean, he was a brilliant songwriter, musician, and he was an activist too. Um, think of everything that guy saw in his life, from a tough early childhood to being with the Beatles and solo career, living through that era of the 60s uh, during the Vietnam War, just all kinds of things going. And I'd say he didn't deserve to die how he did. No one does, but just senseless, for somebody to shoot him. Um, I remember exactly what I was doing when I heard it. I guess everybody does, right? It's like one of those flashbulb memories. Everybody remembers where they were when JFK was killed or when 9/11 occurred. And I was watching Monday Night Football, and actually, Howard Cosell, of all people, broke the news to America that John Lennon had been shot in New York City outside of his apartment building and was dead. Um, and I remember, you got to remember back then, back in 19, there was no internet, you know, and it's kind of hard to believe. It's like we think internet's been around, cell phones forever, but it wasn't. And so, Alexa, stop. If I don't tell her that, she would play 10,000 songs. Um, and we wanted more news about what happened to Lennon. We knew he was shot and he died. What happened? And there was a program on called Lifeline on ABC. Ted Koppel, he's still around. He hosted the show for many years. And I remember watching Nightline after the football game, and actually couldn't wait for the football game so we could find out more news about what happened to John. Um, and this was a time too when networks weren't on. Cable was just starting up, and they weren't on 24 hours a day. As you probably remember, some of you, there was a time when TV networks used to sign off at night with the national anthem. And I remember that night, for the rest of that night, just listening to the radio. Just, I couldn't sleep. And I was just scrolling up and down AM and FM stations. And it seemed like every station was playing Beatles music, and stopping here and there to try to find out some more news, what was going on. And it was that kind of night, that uncertainty. But, sometimes I think about that Andy looking been if he would have lived at least another 43 years. He would have been 83 today. And think he would have stayed in music, definitely songwriting. Who knows if the Beatles ever would have got together again. But I think Lennon would have been continued to be an activist. Some people think maybe he would have been a talk show host. I think he would have been good at anything he wanted to do. Um, but in the end, as he had said, he thought that maybe when he got older, he will settle down in a little bungalow, little cottage near the sea. And I think he really wanted to spend more time painting. You know, if you remember, John was like Paul was in art school when they were younger, and John used to do all kinds of doodling, things in his notebooks, and um, that would have been interesting to see what sort of paintings John would have done, And let's face it, music too. I mean, not only did this creep who shot John, robbed us of John for 43 years, but imagine all the music he would, you know, that's what he was good at. And, so in that way, we were all uh, assassinated. Just it just the world changed. So remembering John Lennon today. I haven't been up to Strawberry Fields. Apparently there's not apparently, there's a place up in Central Park in New York City dedicated to John called Strawberry Field. And it's never been up there before, so I had to get up there sometimes and just to go see it and pay tribute to a rock and roll icon. I mean, when it comes down to it, whatever you think of John's politics or his, he was a rock and roll. He was probably the greatest rock and roll singer. I mean, you can make the case for the greatest guitarist being Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton. You can make the case for the early rock and roll guy, Buddy Holly and Little Richard and Chuck Berry, but I think maybe the greatest rock and roll pure singer of all time is John Lennon. I mean, listen to Twist and Shout and feel that energy, you know? So I wanted to tell you, just got back from the grocery store. What are my highlights in a week? And no, what's wrong with people? I I swear I must have wished 5 different people Merry Christmas because I don't think it's too soon to wish people Merry Christmas. And no one answered me. Is it because they're not in the Christmas spirit? And maybe they don't like to say Merry Christmas? Or I don't know. It's just, it's odd. But speaking of which, I think maybe the world is a little nostalgic, which is kind of a good thing, I think. The reason is because if you look at the top 10 songs in America, top 20, top 30, a lot of songs are old Christmas classics. And when we talked the other day about number one, 65 years later after it was recorded, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, Brenda Lynn. And I was looking through the charts. And the number 4 song is Jingle Bell Rock, recorded by the original guy, Bobby Helms. There are artists like Dean Martin, Andy Williams, Jose Feliciano, on the top 100. the Hot 100 Best. It's incredible. It's knocking Taylor Swift out of that, and a lot of these modern artists. It's just good to see them. Yeah, yeah. We go back to our roots there. Um, and it's kind of cool, kind of cool. So I have nothing against the new Christmas music, but there's the classics. Now, listen to D-Mark sing Let It Snow, and Nat King Cole sing Christmas song, and Crosby doing like Christmas. Yeah, that's Christmas. It's Christmas. Um, I'm really getting into it this year. Like we said, Weinstein wanted to see the miracle of Christmas, the Christmas flood, and that really gets into the true meaning of Christmas. To ones we would also tomorrow, you see the decorations out, music, lights, perfect. It's just the most thing. And just wish people pay attention. So tomorrow, we talk about that videos to see. People to flowers. And some thoughts of it. And felt the video one and 8 weeks ago. I think we got 7 in the video. And clearly, so, last in the church, I went to where they don't focus over that was seen. He wants to vote them what the word all time scenes in season. And so it may not be a bad option taking things, but just now. So we'll talk about that thing. And interesting Eagles game coming Sunday. Dallas has revenge. They're at home. But the Eagles, it's a little bit more important game now that they lost to the 49ers. So I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a battle. But we'll talk about it tomorrow when we get the end again on the next episode of Unbreakable. And so play some Beatles music today or some John Lennon, huh? And remember the good times. And thinking about John. So take care for now. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.